Hey y'all, this is Lauren from One Nana Two Girls, and welcome back. This is Flosstube number 2, and we are so thankful for those of you that are returning to watch our Flosstube channel. And if you're new, welcome. We're so glad to have you. Thanks so much for coming and taking a look at all of our projects that we have to share with you today. We have some fully finished projects. We have some finished stitched projects. We have a really beautiful fall quilt to show you that's on the way to being finished. And we also have whips, and we have a few starts too. So excited. It's so wonderful to share our family stitching projects with you, and we can't wait to keep sharing them, and quilting and paper crafting, scrapbooking. We're really excited to be able to communicate with all of you, and thank you so much for all of your positive comments. And it was really encouraging to keep going on. So here we go. We're going to start with our fully finished projects. So we have a item that Isabella worked on and made for Papa, and it says, "Papa, you are loved," and it has a beautiful duck there. And she finished it on this board, this wood board, and she just used the Canson mat board and covered with the brown fabric. And then she put her duck on the Canson mat board with a layer of that warm and natural quilt bedding that I was telling you about last time. It is really nice. It just gives the cross stitch piece a nice softened look there. She finished it off with some rat tail trim around the stitched piece and this really cute little bow. Papa was so thrilled to know that she stitched this for him, so it turned out really nice. And that was a little pattern from a Leisure Arts book that we just had in our stash. So she did a great job on that. And this is an item that we had framed for grandfather is an experienced father. So we had this little stitch piece framed. It turned out really nice. And it's just the same color brown DMC floss and then the green DMC floss here. It's really nice, simple design. It turned out really cute. The frame is beautiful. Just matches that brown DMC really nicely. And next we have some pillows that Nana actually made. These turned out really beautiful. These are some fall pillows. This is actually stitched with DMC and the Krynic metallic threads mixed in with the DMC floss, and you can kind of see how they sparkle, those leaves, like on your own trees when the sun is shining through and it's the autumn months coming in. Those leaves are just sparkling and falling all around us. So she finished the pillow with the envelope method on the back. We find that method really easy to do. So the envelope method is where you have one flap over top of another flap. So you have the two sides, and the bottom flap just tucks up under there very nicely, and the top flap comes down over and finishes it off very beautifully. She selected a really nice leaf print fabric that coordinates with the front beautifully. So it's going to look lovely displayed for fall. And this is another type of pillow that Nana made and finished. This is a different type of pillow finish where it has a section here in the center. It has these little flaps of fabric on all four sides of the stitched piece, and it holds the stitching in under those little flaps. So it turned out so beautiful. And you finish off the pillow fully and you stuff it with the polyfill, and then you insert your stitched piece. And we're thinking about covering some buttons with some fall fabric to put on all four of the corners of the design. And it says, Be Ever Thankful. And I believe that is stitched on probably a 7, I want to say maybe a 7 count fabric, but I can double check on that. But it was stitched with the DMC colors and some of the Weeks dye works. This little heart down here was with the Weeks dye work. So, and I believe the brown and the gold and the green around the edge were Weeks dye works. She did a really nice job. I just love this fabric around the design. It picks up those colors beautifully in the stitching. So that's also going to look so beautiful displayed for fall, don't you think? The next fully finished projects that we have are the newer pattern from the Prairie Schooler. And it's the mini surprise Santas. And some of you probably have this. Some of you might be working on your Santas already, but Papa is actually stitching these for everyone for Christmas. And then finishing them off for these beautiful flat ornaments. And everyone got to pick their Santa from the pattern. So there's plenty to pick from. So everyone got to pick which one they wanted, and then Papa's stitching it with the mostly called for DMC colors. And after I show you all these, I'll talk to you a little bit about the colors in Santa's face. We do change those colors up, so I'll give you those DMC numbers. And then we use the 1/4 inch ribbon for the hanger and the bow. And then we use the DMC 221 to make the cording with the Krynic custom quarter available in our shop. And then we finish off the back with a beautiful tree fabric. It blends in really nicely with the front, especially with that tan background there. So that's one. Here's another one. This Santa is so cute. He has some snowflakes falling around, his hat's on the ground, his little lanterns there on the ground. He's really jolly. And again, finished with the same fabric on the back. He's really funny. He's a cutie. And here's another one. This one more of a traditional looking heritage or vintage type Santa, carrying his little sack of pine and his cane. Again, finished with that cording on the side made out of the DMC. I think the detail on his cane is really beautiful. And here's the 4th one. He is working on more of these, but we wanted to show you what's been done so far. This little guy is carrying a green and white candy cane and the little green tree. So the green and white candy cane I thought was really unique. Reminds me of those Hammond's candy canes that you can buy at the holiday time of year. I think they turned out really cute, and I love adding the bows on the tops of the ornaments in front of the hanger. And every now and then, if it tickles my fancy or if the ornament calls for it, I'll make a bow and put on the back. So we'll have a bow on the front and the back, because what's a little extra bow, right? So those turned out so nice, and he's working really hard on getting the other ones done. So as soon as those are done, I think I have a finished one that you can see stitched. We'll show you some more of those. So those are our fully finished projects for this week. And oh, I do want to step back real quick. If you want to take a quick peek at Santa's cheeks and his face, we do not use the called for DMC for those. So we use for his face, it is, I have 3 skeins of it here, because we buy multiple at a time so that the dye lot is the same, which I'll tell you about that too. We buy the DMC 951 for his skin, for his face, 951 there, and for his cute little rosy cheeks, We buy DMC 3771. And the two colors blend together really nicely, as you can see. We felt that the colors that they called for were just a little different for our choice, and that's why we went with a different DMC numbers for those two. We feel it's a little bit softer of colors than the called for, and there's nothing wrong with using the called for colors. It's just that we prefer to use these ones, and that's what we found that we are enjoying to have the Santas look like. So even on our larger ornament pillows that we'll get to show you in another video, we've done the same thing. And we do use the ecru color for the beard, for the cuffs, for anything that is the white trim. That's all ecru. I know there's so many interesting and beautiful finished pieces, and some of the stitchers have changed up some of the colors, and I really enjoy seeing those and all the variations that other people think up to use. I think it's great that's what's so wonderful about cross stitching. You can change it up if you want to. So we have some finished stitched pieces that we wanted to show you, and kind of keeping with Christmas, these little cuties, Snoopy, these are so cute. These are going to be ornaments, again adding to our definite dream of having a tree filled with handmade cross stitch ornaments. So we're on our way to making lots of ornaments and filling up that tree. I can't wait to show you some more of the finished ornaments that we've made in the past too. I think you'll really enjoy those, but these are super cute. And then in the ornaments themselves, there is some beading with the Mill Hill glass beads, and then there's some Kreinik silver sparkle filament mixed in with the DMC, just to give it that little extra sparkle where needed. And I love how all of the beads are in the blue circle. And then again, here's some sparkle. This one's so cute with Woodstock on there. I just love Woodstock. He's so funny. And here's Snoopy with the tree hanging ornaments with Woodstock sitting on the presents. And again, the beads in the blue circle. And then some sparkle in the ribbon. Nana has made all these, and she can't wait to get them finished. She's so excited. These are finally done. The patterns are so cute. And again, that silver filament thread for the runners and the gift ribbon and those Mill Hill beads there in the blue circle. They came out so cute. They're darling. I can't wait until we finish those. And this is a finish by Isabella, and this is I believe this is a Little House pattern. I will double check on that because I can't remember off the top of my head, but she just thought these barbershop quartet guys were so cute for the patriotic season, and she did this on a 14 count Aida. I believe this is a ivory piece. I believe this is Zweigart ivory. It's really sweet. They're just singing along on their stage, Stars and Stripes. That came out good. And the flag, this is by Bent Creek, this flag. And she used the called for weeks colors. And this is done on a 14 count Aida. And this, I believe, is white chocolate from Witchelt. Had to check on that. This is white chocolate Aida from Witchelt. Beautiful. Can't wait to get those framed up And then these, that's all finished by Isabella. And these next three are also finishes by Isabella. And these are the, just left my brain there a second. These are shepherd's bush. Sorry about that. These are the shepherd's bush patterns. And this one is Summer Notes. And she did this on the 32 count linen, called for linen. And she used the called for DMC colors and the called for Just Another Button Company buttons. So I'll hold that up there for you to see all those beautiful buttons and the beautiful little boat in the water. There's a flag button here on the flagpole. The sunshine, just gorgeous. She's doing all of these notes. She just loves them. And this is the Mary notes. And this is done on the 32 count called for linen. Beautiful. Santa flying over the city. And this one has some snowflake button, star, and the little red holly berries. And there's a snowman button there. The buttons just totally make these, don't they? All of the beautiful, dainty little words: snow, joy, believe, good cheer, cold, jolly, fa la la. You have to look close so you don't miss all of those cute little words they tuck in there. They're great designers. Just love shepherd's bush. And this is the Easter notes. This is Blessed Easter. Across the top there, this is Easter notes. And there's the sheep button is so adorable. The little egg button. And then there's just some cute little buttons up here in the flower basket. Just beautiful. And the little words down here in the hill, it says beginnings, peace, hunt, love, and joy. So beautiful. She's so excited. She's working on the winter notes, I believe, right now. And there's a few others that she's ordered that we're waiting on to come. So, and this is another, this is the one of the finishes from Papa. This is one of those mini surprise from Prairie Schooler. And the boys picked the same Santa, so Papa changed up on the other one. He changed up a little bit in the snowflakes around Santa, so each one was just a little bit different for each of the boys. But that's really cute. These are done on the 14 count sage summer khaki, depending on what color you know it as. We call it sage summer khaki. So the Witchell sage summer khaki 14 count. I've called it that for so long. I'm not sure what you all call it, but that's how I refer to it. And then we have some whips. And I know I showed you my whip the last time. I actually got a good amount done on this little witchy girl. She's done, except for her back stitching and her little kitty. Her stars are all done, her broom, everything's done on her. Candy corner done. And then I started over here on the pumpkins and the moon and the stars. So making pretty good progress on this one. I'm going to try and get it done on time. Don't worry. I'm going to work really hard at trying to get her done on time. She is coming out so cute. And I said the last time, I just love the shading opportunities that are in this piece. I'm really enjoying it. And the next whip is Karina. That's the next whip here. This is Bent Creek pattern called Snow. Really cute. And if you can see here in the sampler alphabet, there's the word snow highlighted. So she's working on this. Let's show you this. This is a Heatherfield fabric. I don't know if many of you've stitched on Heatherfield, but it is a lot of fun. And I just love all the color flecks in the fabric. She's making really good progress here. She's almost done. I think she's doing the snowflakes that go through the little wispy air is what I think she's working on to finish up. Look at that little snowman up there. Really nice. And if you can see the detail in the fabric, it is beautiful. It was the perfect fabric for this, with those purples and blues in there. She's doing a really nice job at that. And another whip is also from Bent Creek. She really likes Bent Creek. This is the I Can Do All Things sampler. And she's doing this on this is a 14 count. And I am not sure of the color of that. I apologize. I can try and find out. It doesn't say on the pattern what color is called for, but she's coming along nice with that sampler. And she's using the 2 different blue DMC colors. And then it also calls for ecru. I guess there's 3, I apologize, 3 different blue colors, blue DMCs, and then ecru. But it's really nice how they have the letters divided into the colors. Oh, I apologize. She's using a over-dyed floss. I'll have to find out what the number of that is, if you can see that up against the fabric. That's an over-dyed. My apologies. Beautiful blue. And that was called I Can Do All Things. And a whip from Papa. He is actually working on Heart and Hands, Patriotic Tiny Town. Really cute. Love these tiny towns, don't you? I'd like to stitch one. I might do the fall one because I'm really looking forward to making a drum. I've never made one of those before, but I definitely want to make one. So here's his, let me get his floss out of the way there. Here's his whip. He's making really good progress there. And this is a beautiful blue over-dyed fabric from Picture This Plus. And I apologize, I don't know the name of it. I'll have to ask him. And he is using the called for DMC colors here. It's beautiful. It's coming out really nice. Put that next to it so you can see. So cute. Don't you just love these little pinwheels here? How much fun is that? Very summery. Very patriotic. And those are all of the whips. I have a few starts that everyone supplied to me here. I have a few starts. I have 2 starts. So one of them is, let's see, Little House Needleworks, Poinsettia House. This is her working copy. And let me get that the right way for you. She's doing this on a 14 count Aida. And I believe it's called Light Pink. Swigert, Light Pink. This is Poinsettia House from Little House Needleworks. And she's using the over-dyed floss, except she converted the crescent colors that are called for. She converted them to weeks and sampler threads. She does like using the weeks and the sampler threads for the color fastness of those. So they're all beautiful. All hand-dyed floss is beautiful, but Isabella is doing this one in the weeks. She translated them over from weeks and sampler threads, so she's coming along really nice on that start. Again, Poinsettia House from Little House Needleworks. And the next start is a beautiful bread cloth. And next time, I actually forgot the finished bread cloths. Next time I'll bring to show you. This is from a vintage Leisure Arts leaflet. I know y'all have some of these. Break them out. They're adorable. So cute. For bread cloths, you don't have to make it into a bread cloth. Just because the design is set on the angle, you don't have to make it into a bread cloth. There's nothing wrong with making these into ornaments or flat fold stand-ups or flats. Anything that you need to use. So on this one, it's called Bread Cloths for Celebrations. And she's working on the pilgrims. You can see there in the pattern. And here's her start. Let me show you this. This bread cloth. I love the fabrics for bread cloths, don't you? They're super soft and they already have the fringe here. And she has a great start to her little pilgrims. These are so beautiful. And again, I apologize. I'll bring some of the finished bread cloths that she's made. She really enjoys working on them. They're just one of her favorites to do, one of her passions. So she does a beautiful job on these. Again, Bread Cloths for Celebrations, a Leisure Arts leaflet from back in the day, y'all. We've been stitching for quite a while. We love those older Leisure Arts patterns. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. They're still just as fabulous today as they were then. So, okay, now some new products that we have on our store. And these items that we're going to have, already have some of them on our store, excuse me. And we're going to be offering more colors and more types, but I wanted to show you a few today. The Witchelt Permin Ada fabrics. And we'll also have the Witchelt Permin linen fabrics. These beautiful colors I wanted to share with you today. This is Black Chocolate, 14 count Ada, and this is an 18 by 25 piece. Just look at this rich chocolatey brown. Don't you just love these dark colors? Can't you imagine some beautiful fall leaves and pumpkins, scarecrow? Really beautiful for fall designs. This is the White Chocolate 14 count Ada. Again, an 18 by 25 piece. Beautiful fabrics. They have such a clear weave to them as well. Just love this one. White Chocolate. Again, that was White Chocolate. This is the Cafe Mocha. Again, this one's a 14 count Ada, but we will have linens available. Cafe Mocha. Really like this color. It's just a really nice neutral color. This particular fabric is actually really soft. The other two had a little bit sturdier feel to them. And the last one I brought to share with you today is called French Lace. I really like this color. It's a little on the gray side for me. I think it's a beautiful off-white color, but more toward the gray side. Let us know what you think. Again, this is called French Lace. This is a 14 count Ada as well. And we are so excited to be partnering with Witchelt and carrying their fabrics and linens for you. And I also wanted to share with you a designer that is also on YouTube, The Proper Stitcher, and she has her own website, theproperstitcher.com. And she has, if you haven't seen already, hopefully you have, because they're amazing. She has patterns that she's creating and recreating herself. So we just wanted to share with you today some of her patterns. This is Zeresh Andrews, 1789. And this is Clarissa's Garden Sampler. And she loves samplers. Her name's Annie. She loves samplers, and she has done such a fabulous job. We are over the moon with her designs, and her latest designs for fall are so adorable. I can't wait to see what she brings out for Christmas, so be sure to check her out. And we also wanted to share with you some quilty progress. We got another fall quilt back from the quilter recently, and this is a maple leaf pattern. And here it is. I'll show you section by section. It is so gorgeous, and the quilting is amazing. Just beautiful. Take in all of those gorgeous maple leaf colors. This was made by Nana, and she did such a fabulous job. So I really like the rust colored border there, followed by the border of the small prints cut into squares. And then the last border around the edging is the beautiful fall leaf fabric, which is also featured as the backing. Let's get that there for you to see the backing. And the quilter did such a beautiful job. In every single one of the little squares, there's a little flower quilted there. And then here in the sashings, there's also some leaves quilted in there. She did such a beautiful job quilting this. Both of the ladies, Nana and the quilter. But Nana did all the piecing, and it's ready to be bound. So that will be getting a rust colored binding put on. So it's all ready for its binding to be sewn on, and then we hand stitch all of our bindings to the back. And we pay really close attention to those corners. So we'll be showing you a tutorial soon about binding and stitching, hand stitching to the back. So we're really excited to share all of these cross stitching, quilting, and scrapbooking, paper crafting projects with you, our viewers. And if there's anything you'd like to see in particular, just feel free to drop us a note below, and you can let us know what things you'd like to see. We really look forward to sharing future projects with you. We have such a crafty family, so we just love sharing all of these things, and we love hearing your comments, and we really thank you for following along and subscribing. Don't forget, hit that like button, share, subscribe, and ring that bell. I think you all know the drill. And if you have any questions at all, please just let us know. And you can always email us at onenana2girls@comcast.net, and that's ONENANATWOGIRLS@comcast.net. So you have to spell out the 1 and the 2. That's why I wanted to spell it for you. So we hope you have a great week, and we can't wait to share some more paper crafting projects with you, and some new fall paper crafting and scrapbooking kits and products that we got recently. So we're really looking forward to starting to share those things with you as well. So if you have any questions or need anything, let us know. And until then, we hope you have a great week. Bye.